on the internet. This is confusing. I don't know what's going on.
So let's explain what live is.
Live is when you're not in the same room,
but
they're live at the same time. They're alive at the same time.
You can't use the word that I'm asking you to define in the definition.
I said they're alive at the same time. Chief Big Dog says, now this is Dynamic Banter.
The internet is being alive at the same time as everybody else.
And were we saying that talking was the first internet? Kevin just put in the chat, if Ellie doesn't show up in the chat, I'm breaking up with her.
What kind of time limit do we have on that?
And you're going to help us too by singing along. Sometimes you're in my room. Sometimes you're on the internet looking up stuff that you shouldn't.
Like what?
Sometimes you search for sex, and sometimes you search for a lovely picture of a dog. Is someone too quiet? Mike, give me some, give me one of those famous one-liner jokes you tell on the stage.
Okay, how do you know if somebody doesn't want to be there or not?
They're where?
Yeah.
They look upset.
Yeah.
There's enough of an interest in me to see this movie that I'm seeing it tonight. Excuse me.
Yikes. I know nothing. I've seen like one or two of the Deadpool movies, I think. I have no memory of them.
Do you think he's going to say fuck words? Potentially. I mean, I don't know anything about it other than there's rumors.
I heard Beetlejuice is in it.
What the shit? Hello, Dad. I can't come into work today. I got to cancel my jack-off plans. I'm going to Hollywood.
It's like, what's the second?
It's like, if this Deadpool movie didn't have Wolverine in it, Disney, Deadpool is expected to be dirty and gross.
I am on this earth to understand things.
Yeah.
And I want to understand that. Disney.
Like a Pixar's Duck Hunt. These people, they're treating it like a podcast, Mike. They're just listening. But the truth is that they're
treating this like a podcast?
They're getting podcasts. There's something that were recorded sometimes months ago.
And now this episode, the difference is people are live during.
Right now, we're live at the same time.
You hear about this Kamala Harris?
How to pronounce?
It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala.
This is what I hate. This is what I hate about the internet. For a video to have worth, you have to have somebody watch it for the whole thing. If I'm watching a 30-second video of something I wanted to find an answer to, I have to watch it until the 29th fucking second to get the answer on that thing. And I think that is, you should be in prison for doing that.
There should be like a database of
it should be jail. When people are like, man, life is going so fast. I can't believe it's already August. Because every time you look for an answer, it takes too much time to get to.
Damn, you expect things to be as quick as getting to August.
I don't know.
Okay, so in this case, we'd be better off pronouncing her name more like Kamala?
No. It's never what the majority of white people say it is. That's what I've learned.
But those Aquafina bottles are 1 liter.
Right. How much milk can you fit into a soda?
But how many liters is a milk? How many sodas is a milk? Is 1 milk?
It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala.
I don't need a kid being passive aggressive to me to memorize the president's name. Okay, so here she is saying
mispronouncing her name, but says it's easy to remember. Just combine comma with la. And
Kamala. Why are so many people saying Kamala?
Well, it's like Zendaya.
She's not running for president.
Zendaya.
You're saying it's easier to be outraged by the MCU than to pay attention to how to pronounce people's names in real life?
And then you go and you're like, I want that fucking right now. And they go, well, they're shipping in the fall.
Most
It's a
of those
bummer,
people-
but I still do it. You'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. And just last but not least, Rocket Money. Whoa, someone's upset.
The atmosphere is upset.
What if one day they were like, the sun is making this sound?
We pissed off the
The
sun.
second you step outside.
The sun has like, it's the same sun, but it has eyebrows.
Oh shit! We pissed off the sun! Let me cook. I'll make you breakfast. And good evening, I'm Craig Crackers, and today we're talking about some breaking news out of NASA. Breaking news, and we're cutting live to our man at NASA. And what is your name, sir?
My name is Eric.
We're hearing breaking news coming out of NASA. Really scary stuff.
Yes, that's right.
What's going on out there?
Well, it seems like the sun, which has been a friend to human beings and a constant nemesis for years and years, is acting out. It's now yelling at us. I can't even really hear you that well right now because the sun is yelling at me so bad. Let's go ahead and stick our microphone up in the air and see what the
All
sound
right, ladies and
says.
gentlemen, some viewers may find this disturbing. The sun this morning started emitting this sound.
And if we look up at the sun, we tilt the camera right at the sun, which we've been told not to do by the cameraman many times. You can see that two large astronomical eyebrows have appeared over the brow of the sun. Can you see that?
I can see it, and actually, if we can hold on for a second, we just received word the president has addressed the United States saying, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. But I used to like toilet toys. Like, I had a Ghostbusters toilet guy that you could roll on the table, and the toilet lid would open up, and there'd be like a gross tongue and like teeth.
Thank God you described that afterwards. That was like toilet toys. That's something you go to a
You
doctor
play with
for.
on the toilet. Toys you play with.
You have your bathtub toys.
Yeah, and then you have your toilet toys.
Which are essentially just that again, but
Yeah.
for the toilet.
And so in radios, yeah, sorry, is this main command out on the battleship out there? We're getting some weird activity from the surface there. It looks like, oh shit, that's a big turd, isn't it?
And that's a toilet toy.
Oh shit, we're in the toilet. That skibbity dop, 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 yes, 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 yes. So that created Skibidi Toilet. That was like the origin of Skibidi Toilet. So some guy took this thing and was using this game engine called Gary's Mod. And this guy used that Gary's Mod game to create these animations of these toilet things.
And a head pops
With
out
a
of the
head
toilet.
in it going skibidi dop 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 skibidi skibidi skibidi, and kids are like, fuck yeah, ah, yeah. Kids are losing their mind.
Do you think there's gonna be like the younger generation's gonna discover this podcast years later and be like, why didn't people tell me they were making those noises? What's the difference?
That made it was like, well, shit, I gotta keep making more of this. It's blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
But every time he would make a new one, he'd have to up the ante.
It would make the sun a little mad.
They make the sun a little more mad. JPL, NASA, we've got breaking news from the NASA scientist. Hi, welcome back to the evening news. We heard that there's breaking news about the origins of the sun's anger.
Yes, I've been in on this story for weeks now, boots on the ground, and my entire being has been consumed with getting the background information for why the sun is angry. And then he started playing that music.
Well,
Anyway, sun's upset with the Skibidi Toilet thing, turns out.
sun's up. Turns out sun's angry at Skibidi Toilet.
Yeah, dude.
That's what news will
Gen
be
Z
like.
newscast.
Yeah, no cap, says officials.
You could certainly put on your cap to go outside and protect you from the sun, but it is no cap that it is angry at Skibidi Boy.
Like, remember Red versus Blue? They used the Halo guys as machinima. Machinima is the way to describe manipulating video game assets in a narrative way.
Oh, that means something.
Yeah, machinima. That's what machinima is.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. And so that company, Machinima, it's a cool name, right? Because that is a cool idea. Animating, manipulating video game assets into a narrative. This is the craziest news. Literally yesterday, Variety posted an article saying that Michael Bay is going to produce a fucking Skibidi Toilet movie.
Way.
Yes. It's real. And Skibidi about it all around. And now that's why the sun's mad at us.
Can I tell you something, dude?
Yeah.
The idea of the sun being mad at us with like open mouth and big eyebrows yelling at the earth because of this is the absolute funniest thing we've ever thought of on this show.
We go live to Sun analyst Jean Vauquois.
Hello?
Jean.
Hello, I can hear you. Hello? Oh, man. Let me turn down my laptop real quick.
Mayor, did you hear about this Sun business?
I was watching Skibidi Babies on my fucking on my tablet. Holy fucking shit, dude.
I'm gonna laugh at the most scary, most important shit, because otherwise I'll lose my fucking mind.
As a person, Donald Trump is someone's dad.
Sure.
Probably at least a couple people's dads.
Some people's dads are pieces of shit.
Fuck, that's funny, man.
Okay, so David says, "Hey Mike and Steve, greetings from Ontario, Canada. I hope all is well with you two. I had an experience last week that I thought would be a perfect example of be nice or not be nice. We recently had some landscaping done in our backyard. Our landscaper had mentioned that as he was finishing up the project, that our neighbor from across the road, whom we do not know,
Our neighbors from across the road.
across the garden, they came up to him and told him he was doing a great job. He said thanks, and she said, quote, I just went back there and took a look. It looks great. Cut to the next day, I'm out front taking out the trash, and said neighbor was on her front porch and loudly hollers, hey, I went and checked out your backyard. It's looking real good. Don't go into someone's fucking backyard.
Also, your upstairs bathroom is looking clean.
Dude, you guys sleep soundly.
And then, like, as the landscaper, you're out all day. The sun is screaming. Right?
I'm not pissed that our neighbor invited herself into our backyard without permission or with anyone else there.
They're not pissed about that.
But I am feeling annoyed that she did it.
Right?
I'm also a little irritated, not pissed, that she doesn't see anything wrong with it. And then she quite proudly told me that she did this. I mean, yeah, okay. So I think American Mike would be like, hey, thank you, I appreciate it. Don't go in my backyard.
Which is 100% correct. That's 100% correct. Dude, thank you so much. Never go in my backyard again.
Where my family is. Where my family is.
But Canadian me is like, thanks.
All right, let's say goodbye.
I truly felt like I learned a lot during this show.
Big boy.
This was a big boy.